So, hello. Ryan was in his car reading a book, and I kind of got bored. There's no reason to be bored out here. And so I decided to check out the flooding on the property. So let's kind of show you my discoveries here. I've been clearing through here. Let's see. I walked around this way first. Right, so it seems okay. Maybe it's already starting to get good. Okay. But I checked it out while it was raining. So that's not even bad though. I want to show you guys because we came up with something. So it's not bad, right? This is where I'm going to put my house, and it's solid. Over here, solid. But all of this is a hill. And it runs down this way. So you can imagine. And then the land kind of flattens out where people have come in with bulldozers. And it goes down there. So on that side, there's no flooding. However, on this side, it comes down, and you can see when we go around here, all around here is flooded too. So we'll get to that part. So this is where it starts. And I spent the better half of like an hour trying to figure out what was doing this, where's the water tracking sources up here. And there's all of these kind of things coming from up the hill. So that tells me that all the water from this area under here is coming from these hills. And it makes sense, right? So there's this natural kind of pathway of a creek. It wants to be here. So this is this side of it. Anyway, so I started checking it out. And it kind of wants to go around the property like this. Okay, but because there's no creek at the end, it just spills over and creates other different little pathways. Am I going the right way? Oh, no, I'm not. Like this. It goes up in here and all over the property. So, now I'm going to show you something cool. Where is it? I have to go down a little bit. Okay, so as I was tracking where the water was going, I'm actually on a trip to go get the bolo. Okay, this is where I came down. So, came down this way. I'm like, oh man, look at all that water everywhere. Poor water drainage. Okay, this is where it starts getting really bad. I'm up to my ankles, folks. So, you see this? No, it runs like a river right here. Because this is where we have trampled down. So it wouldn't take much to re-divert the water, right? So anyways, I was coming back here. There's the bowl, I need to get it up. And I heard something. And I don't know if you can hear it, but started falling this water. I hacked all the way through here. Pow, 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 pow. With the bolo. And there was this little like stem poking out of that hole. And I pulled it like a plug. Boop! And then all this stuff started going down. I thought that was so cool. So it's a little puka. It's like a natural drain. Wonder if we could use that somehow. Makes me leery to dig right here though, because it's been going like this. Has not been filled up. So it goes far. So now this has become sort of an issue because this whole river encompasses the garden hut. And this has become sort of a serious issue now. We need to take care of this. We need to re-divert the water back from behind there. So we need to make a creek. It naturally wants to go this way around the property where the hills run down. So we'll make it do that, or help it along anyways. And we're gonna get sandbags for this to divert it back up here, because in here there seems to be already sort of a creek and a rock bed back there, and it would go down around along here and it would keep the water here. This is coming up from another branch and we can cut that off and start it going back behind here. So that's a project coming up. And the permaculture mind is not like, how do we stop this? It's how can we work with this? And if it wants to be a creek, if the land wants it to be a creek, we'll make it a creek. So, you remember when I was showing you guys, that it was flooding? That whole area started flooding, and all I could think of is that there's a 5-foot marker at the bottom of this hill, and that says how high the water can get. It only takes 2 inches of rain to lift an entire car off the ground, and that's what Ryan was sleeping in. Those pier blocks, I could come above the pier blocks. I busted my ass naked in the rain and boots. My boots are filling up, and it started going in through the kitchen area. And now Ryan was napping with the baby in his car, and what?
I need to find that towel. I can't see.
So he's trying to get the window clean done. So I came up to Ryan. I said, Ryan, we're flooding. We need to do something right now. We need to move the car out. So I went down there. He took care of the baby while I cleaned up because I've been all muddy. And I started throwing everything into the shipping container. And I said, Ryan, if we're going to get out, we need to get out right now. And there was like 3 feet of water in a spot. So I was like, you need to go grab some of those boards down there. And he did. He ran down there, got those boards so that we could get across. Because if we wouldn't have done it, then we probably wouldn't be getting out right now. The whole thing was turning into a giant pond that we don't have a lot of options right now about where to go, but I do have some money, and I'm going to try to see about getting a room to rent for tonight somewhere. Tomorrow we'll go and inspect the damage and see a way to divert water and into ponds and work with the land, and it's not game over and we can make this happen. But what to do in the meantime, I don't know. I don't even know what we're doing right now, honestly. We just got everything in the car so fast. I got her pack and play packed up, so we have that, and I just threw a bunch of her food and formula into a bag and a bottle and grabbed a jug of water. So I don't know what's gonna happen, but I have faith that everything's gonna work out just fine. And so I was actually laughing about it earlier. We just got flooded out. Now what? Shit.